Alright, we're just going to hop right in. Some more two-man queues here. Hopefully I can get a couple more games in instead of just the one like last time. And of course the one island again. I'm not sure what our odds of if you're on the one island are, but to me it seems to happen pretty frequently, which is unfortunate. Well, we haven't seen a land or a way to get a land. So in this particular case, I'm just going to actually concede the game so that way he doesn't know what I'm playing. And we'll just start over anew. Alright, this is a lot better. For everyone that sort of likes to complain about the shuffler, or just you know, mana screw in general, quite honestly, I've played the game enough to where I've done that plenty of times. You know, no land, all land. I played even before the Paris Mulligan existed, where if you drew 7 lands, you basically had to keep it. You know, you didn't have any option at that point. The only way you could actually mulligan back in the day was if you had no lands. And sometimes even when you're... And that was sort of a problem, because if your deck was very high casting cost, or you were a control deck, and you happen to draw like all your 4, 5, or 6 casting cost items, and you know, all you had was 1 land, it really sucked. So we have Infect. So we'll see if I'm going to be able to live here. I'm not even sure. We definitely want to get the Priest out this turn. We actually want to get Timberwatch Elf into play is what we want, now that I'm thinking about it. And we just hope we don't die this turn. And if we do, that's how it goes. Well, if he's playing a land, at least could have Groundswell. No Groundswell. Well, maybe double Invigorate here. Guess not. So definitely want to get Priest down. Get Queen Ranger down. And here, quite honestly, we're just hoping we don't die. But we'll see what happens here. And then hopefully next turn we get to sort of combo off. We'll see how much he's going to pump the elf. if he's going to pump him at all. He's going to vines my guy. That's the only thing I can think of. If he has double vines, I lose. So he's got 9. Invigorate's going to pump him to 13. I need to untap, hit him again. So that was a pretty good turn for me. Now he has no infect. Guys in play. And I think actually I'm just going to cast Distant Melody here. Okay, so we have Birchlaw Rangers, which is good for us. Cast some more Finnhorn Elves. I'm seeing if I can, let's see, so we have 2, 4, 6, 7, I can pump him to 14. So we take 15. It's dead on the next turn. I wonder if it might just be better to... I think this is fine actually. I'm just going to... I am going to pump him twice though. Part of the reason for that is I'm not too concerned about mana. We got Priest in play. I don't think he can... Maybe should have Melody there instead. And that's fine. Unless he has Fog, which I didn't think he was going to have. So, we definitely want Invigorate. Definitely don't want Thermokarst. Sandstorm, I guess, if he tries to tap out. Either way, it's not great. It may take me too long to get Timberwatch Elf into play, but we'll see. Alright, well, no Glistener Elf is a good thing for me. I have a feeling I'm going to get Blight Mamba here. It can be just as painful. Probably should have attacked there. He's not really going to block. I basically have to live... I may have to live quite a bit, actually. I actually need to make sure... Well, I'm probably not going to die here. He didn't lay a land. So he's not going to have groundswell. If that would have been a turn earlier, I think what we'll do is we'll actually play Priest and Rancor. Alright, now there's a good possibility we may die. Just because he could have growth. There's just lots of pump spells, especially after he lays a land. Groundswell. Invigorate still. So we'll just have to wait and see. I actually probably should have cast Timberwatch Elf, because having the Priest in turn next turn is not going to do me any good. I really needed Timberwatch Elf, actually, so that was a learning mistake. And there's the Groundswell. And he just needs an Invigorate or another Groundswell. I'm quite surprised that he didn't have, so I'm not sure what his hand is. He's got 3 cards. No Invigorates, no Groundswell. So the only thing I can think of is Vines of the Vastwood. Maybe Lieutenant Growth. So here's the thing, I just need to make sure I don't die next turn, and then I should be able to win. That is the key. So I need to figure out my blockers. I'm guessing he put in Sandstorm? I really don't know. I'm not sure what he would have. Maybe put in Fog Effects? Doesn't have Hornet Sting. So if he gives it Trample, does he have Rancor? Oh, so that did not come up when I played. The last time I played, the guy had it backwards. So possible scene is a bit of a problem now that I've seen somebody that actually uses it correctly. Not that we would have anything that would be able to deal with that. Unless we obviously put back in Moments Pieces or... Quite honestly, I'm not sure. What we could do is we could put back in Vines of the Vastwood. Because Vines actually does I think what I want to take out. I think I'm just going to take out one Gleeful. I don't like to do that though either. The reason for that is the thermal karsts come out in 4s, and we can actually just add in 4 Gleeful Sabotage in the affinity matchup. I guess a Sandstorm. I kind of like Vines more. Actually, we'll switch out one Invigorate for one Vines. Yeah, maybe we'll switch out. No, we'll just switch them all out. Put in 3 Vines of the Vastwood. Give it a shot. And hopefully we don't have to wait too long. But that was good. I definitely don't feel that matchup is... It's not as bad as it probably seems. Well, I did get a bit lucky in the 2 games I played. I did draw multiple, or even just one, Timberwatch Elf. And obviously he's sort of the... It's pretty much the only reason why I won, or even had a shot of winning. But, you know, first game we didn't actually draw any playable hands, which was unfortunate. You know, except for the island. That was the only hand that had any land in it. And I don't know, if there's anybody that runs numbers can figure out you know, what your odds of drawing the one island out of the 9 lands that you have in the deck over a great sample size, because I think I've drawn it, that is my only land either 4 or 5 times since I've played the deck, and honestly I haven't played that many games, so maybe it's just sort of a bad streak, but I am not sure. So I'm just going to pause it here while we wait for our next game to start. Alright, so the game finally started. And again, this is almost exactly like our hand in game 2, which is very good. But we'll see what we're playing against. I didn't really take notes, so I feel he's going to have a combo deck of some sort, because he just sort of sped past my land grant. Probably. Gixtian Probe is normally used in just combo decks, whether it be Storm, the red-blue Dreadnoughts deck. I think it's going to be red-blue Storm, not 100% sure. That's just my guess at this point. So I'm trying to think what I want to be casting here. I probably need to be the aggressor. I feel that's right. That might not be though, because now if we draw another elf, I was not expecting that for sure. Yeah, I am not sure, not quite sure what he's playing. Maybe it's a similar version of that red-blue storm deck that I played against the other day. Maybe it's Burn. It seems a little strange to run Gixtian Probe and Burn. Can't be Burn because he wouldn't actually kill my creatures. I feel like he's trying to figure out if he can combo off this turn. Okay, so it's Killing Fiend, which is fine. Probably should have cast him second. I don't know why I always do that. I can't imagine he's ever blocking. Like, I can't think of any reason. That seems very strange to me, but because not only do I get Nettle Sentinel back to my hand, or I can untap Nettle Sentinel. Well, even if he had a second one, I don't quite understand. Okay, I don't know if he's just trying to stay alive or if he's got a bunch of card drawers in his hand. Or maybe he's just got Assault Strobe and 2 other cards and just plans to kill me next turn. I'm not sure. Nope. I guess I am just really unfamiliar with this deck, so to me, trading off 2 of your probably 8 win conditions, you know, I don't know, I'm at a loss. When I say 2 of 8 win conditions, I imagine he only has Killing Fiends and Wee Dreadnoughts, which are functionally the same, I believe. I think Wee Dreadnoughts only gets +2/+0. So you have to go look at, okay, well, he's got more Killing Fiends. I guess he still has more Killing Fiends coming. Or he's got a Delver of Secrets. And there's the other Killing Fiend. Just very strange. I don't know. So it's a blue-red Delver Killing Fiend deck, I guess. Kiln, K-I-L-N, Kiln. Well, it didn't cast Assault Strobe, so that's good. For those that don't know what Assault Strobe does, it costs red, but it's a sorcery, and it gives your creature double strike. In this particular instance, I would block. Or not. And that's sort of the reason why I would block, is if he had a bunch of bolts, you know, I take 7 for each bolt if I don't block, basically, which is not good. Wish I had you a little bit earlier, but whatever. So no Delver flip, that's good. I feel that the Essence Warden is going to get burned again, though. Or Essence Warden will get burned. Especially now, after Ponder. Unless he shuffles. Oh. Well, I'm definitely blocking. I'm not taking 7. Seems strange. I don't know what he would have in his hand. Maybe counterspells? Now I know he has Preordain. He's probably going to shuffle these to the bottom. Yep. So he just kept Preordain to flip them. Sees 2 new cards. So there's Wee Dreadnoughts. So Wee Dreadnoughts is a little bit smaller. He only gets +2, +0. Where the Fiend gets... So I'm kind of hoping he doesn't have Gush. I guess we'll see. Alright, well, no Gush, that's good. Now I hope he just doesn't kill me. Seems to be a common theme for me. Let's hope he just doesn't kill me. Shadow Rift, okay. He gets in for 8. Oh, there's the Assault Stroke. So that'll do it. So he's got Shadow and Assault Storm. Trying to think what exactly I want. Definitely want to take out Thermal Karsts. Probably a Distant Melody. Essence Warden is actually not irrelevant. I'm going to put in the Vines. I feel like Spider Silk Armor, but I'm not sure what I want to take out. Obviously I can't do anything about the Shadow guy. I think I'm going to take out one more Distant Melody and put in another Spider Silk. Because he's obviously going to bring in probably Seismic Shutters. So maybe that's all Distant Melodies. We just sort of run it and hope. I think that's right. I feel that's right. I maybe should have waited, because we could really use a 3rd land, because Priest is probably going to die. So I think this is one of the cases where actually I wanted to wait to cast Land Grant. And that was me not necessarily thinking about my matchup, and thinking about what I needed to cast. So we'll see. Well, I don't know what the odds of that are, but I'm pretty sure that's extremely lucky. But maybe he doesn't have burn for the priest, which would be ideal. But in my experience, they always have burn for the priest. Well, we get a bit lucky here. Let's hope he doesn't drop a mountain. That's a mountain. That's a bolt. The reason I'm not getting Spider Silk Armor down right now is because I don't have any 1 toughness guys. The only thing that he can kill a Nettle Sentinel with Electrostatic Bolt instead, but he's got Lightning Bolts, so it's not a big... You know, I turn off 4 additional cards, I guess. But he probably brought in Seismic Shutters over the Electrostatic Bolts, would be my guess. But again, I don't have an exact deck list, so I'm not really sure. And we'll see if we're dead. It's a good possibility. It does run Assault Strobe. He didn't trade this time. Echoing Truth. I feel like there's a Lightning Bolt coming my way. Is he gonna gush? No, that's as good as a bolt though. Thankfully he can't Assault Strobe, because we'd be in really big trouble then at that point. So now we just hope he doesn't have a bunch of pump, because he only needs 3 pump spells, so if he's got 3 spells, I can give his guy Shadow. Unfortunately toast again. So we'll see. I don't have a whole lot of high hopes here, just because it looks like he's running a very low land count. Obviously lots of draw, lots of deck thinning, so and I go to 2. And since I never cast Spider Silk Armor, I am now in Chump Block mode. He did keep Electrostatic Bolts in, which I'm surprised. Maybe he didn't have anything else? I'm not sure. Definitely feel like we should put in Moment's Peace though again. Both of those decks, I would much rather have Moment's Peace than anything. just because they're both sort of just all in. You know, they sort of have to put all of their eggs in one basket. So I'm going to go back with Invigorate. And it could be that we need to put in, you know, all 4 Moments pieces, because it does help us against a bunch of decks. Bummer no land there. We'll risk it. Hope he's not playing fairies or days. So I believe that's the only course. Let's hope no days. And you know, that's sort of the risk with the deck. Okay, no days. Lucky there. Definitely casting that guy first. Maybe this is Storm, I don't know. But I gotta say, I'm extremely happy you just F5 through there. It is fairies. So we'll see if we can get Priest down. Priest should be okay unless he's running, what's it, Piracy Charm? I don't want to block there because I want to be able to get both Timber Watches in play if I can next turn. He's got Piracy Charm though, that's obviously not good for me. Alright, non-flip Delver is also good. So I feel like there's going to be a counter spell here somewhere. Maybe I should have cast the other Priest first. Because if he doesn't counter that, then I can untap and generate 6. Yeah, I should have cast the other Priest first. Alright, well, no days. He only has 2 cards left. No days. Trying to think of what he might have. Could have more counter spells. He might run Echoing Mane. Non-flip Delver is good for us. That I'm not concerned about at all. Gosh, I am a little bit. I also don't really find Brainstorm to be that great in this deck. For those that play fairies, just my personal opinion, because I don't, unless the lists have changed, you don't run any shuffle effects. So it's like you get to dig, and I understand that it's mostly there for Delver, but I don't know. I was never happy with Brainstorm in the deck. Alright, well, I think he is in trouble, but we will see. Deciding if I want to get my island or not. So he only has one card, because he has 2 islands in his hands, right? Or did he play an island? I think I can get my island here. I don't think it much matters. I realize I sort of risk a Nettle Sentinel not untapping next turn, but I definitely want to get in for as much as possible. Not that I'm under any sort of constraint at all. I'm still at 18. He goes to 1. And that's sort of the good thing about fairies, is it can't really kill me next turn. Even if you would have flipped Delvers, take 6, 8, 9, 10, I'd still be at 8. So I got pretty lucky there. Delver never flipped. The only thing I really want to bring in is, well, I'd like to bring in another Essence Warden. Take a Distant Melody. Alright, we'll see if I can keep my record against fairies strong. This is not a good hand, actually. The reason for that is like I really gotta hope I'm gonna draw something. I'm actually gonna mulligan this. This is a little bit better, not by much. It got better there. Guess I could have land granted. I actually sort of need another land. Not really, though. I'll block. Alright, well, that was my other land. We don't have to worry about spell stutter. And actually, I probably should have cast Rancor there. The reason for that is I just don't want to get it countered, and I would have rather have had a Nettle Sentinel. Because now, if he doesn't cast a land, or if he doesn't cast anything, there's a very good possibility that he has a counter spell. Well, now I kind of want him to use the counter spell. Yay! Race situation. Let's see who's going to win. Well, he hit Spell Stutter. Let's hope he doesn't drop another land. That's good. Another Delver's not good. Put both on top, so he's probably going to flip. Ooh, that was good. Let me see here. What do I want to do? I don't want to lose Quirion Ranger. Because basically Quirion Ranger has to live for me to win next turn. But we're going to play around days. Even though we haven't seen it yet. It's the only thing that will wreck us, basically. And that's the reason why I didn't attack with Quirion Ranger. Just because I couldn't risk not being able to play around days, basically. Like if he would have snap blocked, I would have been in some trouble. So he's going to attack for... well, there's snap. 6, 7, 8. Alright, so it's Spider Silk or no. Even then I'm not sitting pretty. So he has Brainstorm. So he's one unknown card, which is not a land. So even if I draw Spider Silk, I still lose. Yeah, I'm not so keen on Distant Melody. Sandstorm, maybe? I don't know. We'll just keep it the way it is. Good thing is I didn't see any Echoing Decays, or no, I did see Echoing Truths. I believe so. This is not a great hand again. But I'm going to keep it. Part of the reason why is I have guys and I can just, unless he gets another flip Delver very quickly, which is always a possibility. There's the Piracy Charm. So Piracy Charm, okay. I'd really like to get the Huntsmaster down. That makes racing a lot easier. And this would have been my only turn. Because my guess is next turn he's going to leave mana up. That is sort of unfortunate that I drew that. But what I will do is cast Birchlore Ranger. not worried about daze here because I doubt he's going to daze a land grant. And now I'm kind of hoping he's relying on daze and doesn't realize I can tap Birchlore Ranger for mana with the Sylvan Ranger. No ninjutsu. So he pretty much has counterspell here all the time. I'm just wondering if I can wait another turn. There's not a whole lot of cards he would have in his hand other than counterspells. I think I'm just going to wait one more turn. Yeah. That's not good for me because that means now he can spell stutter. But we'll see what he does. Well, he's thinking about his turn. So I think he might realize that I just have to kind of hope. Because I'm obviously not going to win the race now. I have to cast my guys. So if he feels that he still needs to bluff counterspells, I'm not sure. If I had Spire Golem, I'm pretty sure I would have cast it there. Alright, well, this is good for us too. Trying to see if I have enough mana to do both things. One, two, three, four gets countered. I have 2 mana. So actually I don't. So I just gotta run them out there. Pretty sure this is gonna get spell started or counterspelled. So yeah, I probably should have just went for it the last, what was it, turn 4, where I held back. I should have just ran the Huntsmaster out there. Because it would have been infinitely different. Well, that is unfortunate. I'm not sure how many land I can draw. Let's hope he doesn't have days now. Or Spell Pierce. Piracy Charm. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately I'm not winning this race here. And I don't win it if he has a snap or a counterspell. Just because I can never get Timberwatch or Priest into play. I pretty much have to draw spider silk armor here, and that's my only hope. So spider silk or nothing, because I think I'm dead, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Not spider silk armor. Well, that's the way it goes sometimes. Well, not great through the two-man queues. I feel that I made some incorrect plays, and our deck sort of crapped out on us in certain spots, but you know, it happens. So hopefully I'll get a couple more games in later, and hopefully we'll have better results. See you later.